Hello, hello. How's everybody doing today? Hello, Glimmy Cat. Hello, Kimmy Spice. How are you two doing? And how is everybody in chat doing today? I hope people are having a wonderful day or evening, wherever you are right now. I've had a little bit of a stressful week. I'm not gonna lie. So, yeah, no, I've just been working a decent amount of, like overtime and that sort of thing, but I was able to make some time for today and, later this week, obviously, to stream, that sort of thing. But yeah, I hope you guys are doing well. Decent, more like too much? Wait, what are you talking about, Glimmy? What are you talking about? But yeah, the lead into Christmas has been a little rough for a turtle like me. Right now I'm actually just munching on dinner a little bit. It's just a little bit of mincemeat with peas and carrots and some rice. I would make a nicer meal, right? I would make a more elaborate meal, but I like the simple stuff. And the other thing, right, the more important thing is that, I don't have teeth, like turtles struggle to chew. I do have teeth. If you look at my model, I do have teeth. But turtles struggle to chew, right? We like to break things open with our little peckers, but it's a little bit difficult to chew. So something nice and soft, nice and mushy, nice and filling, is on the cards for Toru today. But yeah, so today what we're going to be doing is we're just going to be continuing a little bit of Pokemon, and the reason is that we tried last week, right? We tried last week and we got really, really close. But unfortunately, we weren't able to get the W in the end. We had to take the L and hold it for the whole week. And I ran off to play Monster Sanctuary, later in the week. But honestly, if I'm being very, very honest, Monster Sanctuary is actually quite fun, and it's on my schedule. I do plan on playing it again, later this week. So fingers crossed, we can spend a little bit of today, getting that championship, getting that W. But in terms of other stuff that I've been planning for my streams, because for the last couple of months, because of the lead into Christmas, because of a lot of, oh my goodness, the meat's making me gassy. Because of a lot of things that are out of my control, right? I've had a lot less free time. I've had a lot less energy to stream and, do, a lot of things that I find fun. But I have been working on stuff in the background, and I'm hoping to have another tech stream sometime next week. Maybe next weekend, maybe maybe not next Friday. I think I've got but, next week. Toru, our savior, Silent Co, welcome back. How are you today, Silent Co? How are you today? Yes, well, welcome to the stream. Yes, I haven't started yet, Silent Co, but we will be getting into Pokemon soon. And, in order to keep the challenge up, I wanted to, change up the team, right? Because I have self-imposed rules. So for people who didn't watch the last stream where I played Pokemon, I have a few self-imposed rules for my run against the Elite Four, and they mainly have to do with not switching around Pokemon and not using items. Because if you use items, if you switch your Pokemon, each time your opponent has a new one, it actually makes the game a lot easier. And so by not using items, in the actual games, in the actual matches, and not switching around Pokemon, it does add to, the challenge, because what actually happens is that a lot of the Pokemon in the Elite Four, especially Cynthia's Pokemon, have, completely min-maxed stats. And they're min-maxed to a level which you as a player at this stage of the game really can't, compete with, really can't compare with. And so what happens is that her Pokemon have a statistical advantage over yours. And that actually makes things pretty difficult if you don't, leverage things like items in order to bridge the gap. Like I've seen some certain VTubers out there that cheesed through the Elite Four and cheesed through Cynthia by spamming revives or spamming full restores and that kind of thing. And that's actually pretty entertaining. pretty entertaining to watch, but it's definitely not something I plan on doing here today. And it's not something I did last week in the Pokemon stream. And to be honest, right, even though we lost last week, that was probably one of the most fun streams that I had. I think the level of energy I took in that stream was, you know, probably some of the highest energy I had felt while streaming. And it was disappointing to go down and lose in the end, but I really had a blast and I really enjoyed everybody's company. So I'm hoping we can keep the same energy this week, you know, the same energy, the same sort of rush, but instead of losing, we can take the W. And the funny video you made, yes, thank you, Glimmy. Actually, on that note, so this is just like me speaking personally, right? As like a teensy weensy little, you know, content creator, you know, streamer, blah blah blah, and that sort of thing. But I really do appreciate when people, you know, make clips and that kind of thing, because I know that with my own content, I like to clip, you know, moments from my own streams and then upload them to Twitter, upload them to YouTube, and that sort of thing. But it really does help, you know, and I'm not speaking like, oh god, guys, please clip me, please. I don't necessarily mean that, but like, if there are any streamers that you guys watch, you know, especially smaller streamers, you know, and you really enjoy the content, if you really enjoy the moment, you know, they would definitely appreciate it if you know, you take a little bit of time and, you know, clip, you know, the moments that really made you laugh, really made you smile, you know, and that sort of thing. Because with that particular clip, Glimmy, so the one that I posted to YouTube, and actually I think I'll show it off now. Because because I have a little bit of an ego, and I do want to show off, you know, the work that I've done, like the video editing that I've done. But let's pull it up. But the only reason I was able to get that video up and going so quickly was because I had, you know, I had someone in chat, Kenjo. I'm not sure if he's here right now, but he has been here in the past. But I had Kenjo clip a specific moment, right? And it was obviously the moment where I lost against Cynthia, but he clipped it and it was a great moment. But I was able to see that when I was exporting my VOD afterwards to YouTube. I was like, oh, you know, that was a really good moment. I should, you know, it's timestamp that and then make a clip from it. And that's essentially what I did. But like, let's show off the clip just for a little bit, before we get started, because if you were here the last time, my team has significantly changed. My team has significantly changed from the team that challenged Cynthia last time. And I think the only Pokemon that I have in common might be the Torterra and potentially the Houndoom. And the reason is because, again, if I had kept leveling my Pokemon, I could get them to like level 70, level 80, and then brute force my way through Cynthia. But I kind of don't want to do that. You know, and if that means that I don't end up beating Cynthia today, so be it. I wear the results of my actions with pride, because, you know, at the end of the day, if you do something that is, you know, less than optimal, and, you know, obviously you come up with a less than optimal result, then, you know, that's just how it is. But no, we'll take a look at the clip. So, just a little bit of, you know, self-satisfactory nonsense. But this was like the best moment, I think, from the stream last week. So just a little bit of a recap. If you weren't here for the stream last week, and as to why, you know, I'm taking this so seriously. But yeah, just give me a sec. So here we go. Back against the wall. 1-on-1. Azumarill versus Garchomp. End of the road. Toru versus Cynthia for the title of Sinnoh Pokemon Champion. Can we do it? Fuck, he's got Poison Jab. Oh, fuck. Alright, we living. Ah, no, it's not enough. Alright. Oh, no, it's not enough. No. Okay. No. Can we do it? Oh no! No! The dream is dead! Oh, the dream is dead. We got so far. We tried so hard and we got so far. But in the end, it doesn't even matter. Oh, the dream is dead. The dream is dead and so am I, guys. It's over. It's over. Yes, indeed, Glimmy, reliving the pain. But it was honestly a lot of fun. It was honestly a lot of fun, and I probably wouldn't have been able to capture that moment and clip it and edit it for myself if I didn't have a friend who was who found the moment really funny. Actually, he clipped it specifically to tag me and laugh at me, but but if it wasn't for that, then I wouldn't have been able to get the clip from it. So I definitely recommend if you guys are just watching in somebody else's stream and you are enjoying what they do, you come up with a particularly noteworthy moment, please obviously not a requirement, but I definitely, on my end, I would definitely appreciate it. So I definitely feel like a lot of other smaller creators would be appreciative too. If you clip the moments that you in particular enjoy. Roke, welcome to the stream, Roke. How are you doing today? Nice edits. Thank you very much. It's kind of funny because one of the reasons I got into VTubing in the first place obviously was to sort of like improve like my stage presence and talking with people and that kind of thing, and being an entertainer. But one thing I've come to really enjoy about VTubing is like a lot of the ancillary stuff, because like when you think about someone being a VTuber, you think about the art, the live 2D, the streams, the live performances, and that's a lot of fun. But I actually enjoy like a lot of the background stuff as well, in terms of clips and putting together pre-recorded stuff, making silly edits and that kind of thing. I enjoy that a lot. So it's kind of weird because when I talk personally about like being a VTuber, like I enjoy the pre-recorded stuff, but like I don't really consider myself creative enough to be able to last or stand on my own 2 feet with just the pre-recorded. I need like the live stuff where I'm playing games or I'm doing other things, having fun with you guys, and we can make special moments, and then I can take those moments and then clip them, do edits and that sort of thing. But welcome, Roke, to the stream. I hope you're doing well today. So yeah, before we get into Pokemon though, I did, by clip, do you mean just the built-in Twitch function, right? Yes, I do, Glimmy. Yes, I do. Like, when I'm talking about, clipping people, yeah, I just mean the inbuilt Twitch function, because what happens is that for me personally, I don't know if everybody does this. I don't know if everybody has the capacity to do this, but I also record VODs locally. So for example, right now I'm streaming to Twitch, but I'm also recording a higher quality VOD for myself. And that just allows me to edit with like the highest quality feed, and I don't need to worry about Twitch's encoding and anything like that, right? And so what happens is that if you have like a clip and then there's like people in the chat, it will get time stamped, right? People's chats and contributions in a Twitch clip will get time stamped. And so for me, that acts as like a really, just realized my BGM's gone. But it's really good because it acts as like a timestamp. And then so I can go to my VOD and then go ahead and, pick that moment out and then work from there, right? So that's a little bit of insight to my workflow and that kind of thing. So when I make my clips, when I make my edits, I don't do it using the Twitch video, the Twitch VOD. I actually have a local recording that I save onto my computer at the same time that I do the stream. So that's one of the reasons why. I can get edits out really quickly. So I've been sort of slack about this recently, but I have in the past been able to put together like a short kind of clip, maybe like half an hour, 1 hour, maybe an hour and a half after I finish streaming, and I put it out on Twitter as like a, sort of thank you for everybody who was able to make it, and a little snippet, if you missed the stream. And I'm able to do that because the moment I finish stream, I already have, a full copy of the entire VOD from back to front, and then I can just go and edit that. So that's a little bit of insight to my work process. But what I did want to talk about was the stream next week that I'm planning on doing. Hopefully it's next week. I don't know. We'll see when it comes to my schedule. We'll see when it comes to my schedule, because I don't have Christmas break yet up until like the very end of next week. But I do plan on going back to doing a tech stream, because I haven't done a tech stream in a while. You know, the GPU-less gaming stuff, because I was able to complete all my testing on the weekend, and you know, I'm really excited to sort of like share the results and sort of present this kind of narrative where, you know, you can get an idea of what kind of games you can play and at what level without needing a GPU. You know, I've talked about it for a long time. I've done a few streams showcasing it, but nothing as comprehensive, hopefully, as what I've got planned. I'm glad to hear that you're doing well, by the way, Roke. I'm glad to hear that you're doing well. So the games that I have, you know, they encompass like a different range of genres, and I do think that, you know, by going and benchmarking games of different genres, they serve as a sort of, you know, launching point to talk about those genres and to talk about similar games, or to talk about those games in particular. And so, you know, the list of games that I have, you know, range the gamut. So they're mostly modern games, but there's a few older games there too. And I'm just going to list them off right now. Because I really, you know, one of the things that I wanted to do when I started becoming a VTuber, once I started VTubing, was to sort of share my passions with people and do it in a way that I was not able to do so before, right? Because, you know, as a former sort of like, you know, no cam streamer, it's a little bit difficult. It's a little bit difficult to go over these kinds of things without having, you know, a face to put to all of this content, right? Like, there are people out there that can, you know, make videos or benchmark videos and that kind of thing. But if you want to get like, you know, if you want to get someone to talk about it in depth, if you want someone to, you know, share a few personal stories about these games, or, you know, give greater context to the numbers themselves, then it's a lot easier if you can put, you know, a face on it, right? And so that's one of the reasons why I got into VTubing, because it gives me that avenue, you know, to share my passions. And so the games that I've got going on, the games that I'm going to put through for you guys, like Hitman 3 is the obvious one, because every time I talk about like GPU-less gaming, I always go back to Hitman 3. It's like one of my staple games, right? And one of the reasons why it's one of my staple games is simply because I've played it a decent amount, to the point where I can, like, you know, I can beat a lot of the levels in a really short amount of time. I wouldn't necessarily call it speed running per se, because, you know, turtles find it difficult to run, but I can beat a lot of the levels in Hitman in, you know, like under 5 minutes, you know, a pop. And if I was really try-harding, I could probably beat the games in like an hour each, you know, like each campaign, because there's 3 campaigns. Slow running. I like to call it turtle jogging, Glimmy. I like to, you know, it's just a little bit of a jog. It's just a little bit of a jog. But yeah, like I don't know. There are some levels where my strats don't work anymore. So maybe I shouldn't make claims about beating the game when I struggle and I have to reset and that kind of thing. But most levels I can beat in like 5 minutes or something along those lines. You know, suit only silent assassin, which is, you know, quite enjoyable. Yeah, quite enjoyable. But yeah, so Hitman 3 is going to be obviously like the showcase game, but I've got benchmarks from a whole bunch of other games too, encompassing other genres. So I've got Borderlands 3, and I've got a few stories about the Borderlands series in general, because I think that more, you know, like Borderlands is one of like the games that sort of pioneered this idea of looter shooter, like the genre, and looter shooters are, you know, very in vogue right now, or have been fairly common for years now. But Borderlands was, you know, one of the first series to really embrace that idea of like shoving like a billion weapons at you. And it's also one of the games that I think really encompasses the idea of it's fun with friends, right? Because Borderlands, to me at least, you know, the 3 Borderlands games, and there's like, what is it, the pre-sequel as well, like the mainline games, really exemplify games that were designed with co-op in mind. Because I've played a lot of these games, you know, with groups of friends, and I've also played a little bit of it solo. And I have to admit that the solo experience really does not hold up nearly as well as the co-op experience. I think having the chaos of co-op, and then the shared experience really helps make the game. So I believe that it's one of those games that really encompasses the idea of, it's a game that's fun with friends. And so another game that I have here, it's the official benchmark. So I'm not going to log in and play it, but it is the critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV that has, the trial, including Heavensward, which is free to play up to level 60, or, you guys know the copy pasta, probably, maybe, potentially, possibly, right? But Final Fantasy XIV has an official benchmark that includes footage from the latest Endwalker expansion. And so, I've added that in just to give people an idea of what it would be like to play an MMO on this kind of machine. And, with MMOs, they tend to be less graphically demanding for obvious reasons, right? A lot of MMOs are on the older side, but beyond that, there's also the idea that MMOs, appeal to low-spec gamers in order to, get as many people playing the game as possible, right? And so one of the games is Final Fantasy XIV, and the next game that I've got is Three Kingdoms Total War. So this will encompass like the grand strategy genre and that kind of thing. So all of the Total War games would basically fall under this umbrella. So Three Kingdoms Total War is the latest in the series, but it's pretty indicative of the kind of performance you might get playing, Warhammer Total War, or like Rome 2 Total War, or like Empire Total War, Shogun Total War, that kind of thing, because they all run on basically the same game. And so that's like grand strategy, hundreds, if not thousands of units, and, big sieges, big naval battles. And look, from a personal perspective, I also have a lot of experience with the Total War series. I've been playing Total War games since the very first Medieval, which was like the turn of the century, the turn of the millennium. When did Medieval 1 Total War come? 2001 or something like that. Like around that time. I've been playing for, quite a long time, and I enjoy the series greatly. The next game I have is Forza Horizon. So the latest Forza Horizon game, Forza Horizon 5, there's like benchmarks of that I was able to record at certain settings. And I don't have a lot of experience with driving games necessarily, but I have to say, guys, Forza Horizon 5 looks amazing. And so it's just one of those games that I have in there because, I'm a little bit of a graphics whore, and it's just like, if you, get this system, you might be able to play a game with, damn, game looks like this still, and it looks really, really good. So Forza Horizon 5 is definitely up there. It's, it's a new release as well, which is important, right? Because if you want to test out like the future-proofing capacity of a system, you want to test it on the very latest and greatest games. And Forza Horizon, I think, came out like a month ago or something like that. So it's still a very, very new game. It's a very up-to-date game, and it's a very relevant game when it comes to, finding out performance of the new stuff. So I have a few other games here. So Sleeping Dogs is one. I don't know if you guys have played Sleeping Dogs. It's one of the older games in the list. Sleeping Dogs. It's an open world sort of action RPG. In a similar vein of the GTA games, a little bit like the Yakuza games, I guess. But Sleeping Dogs is a lot of fun. It's based in Hong Kong. It's like a police drama. It's a very, very fun game. Very fun story. I may want to play it on stream at one point, but then it's also like, I've already played the game, so I don't know if I really want to play it on stream, I don't feel like there's a whole lot that I could add, to Sleeping Dogs that other people already haven't done. Welcome, JP. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're doing well today. How are you doing today? And the last two games, because I've been rambling a little bit long about it, so we need to get to Pokemon because I've got stuff to ramble about in Pokemon too. So the last couple of games I've got is Age of Empires 2. So Microsoft Studios recently released like a remaster of Age of Empires 2, and then they revamped the game engine and that sort of thing. It's got new graphics, it's got new campaigns, it's got a lot of content. So most people see Age of Empires 2 as like a multiplayer game or as like a single player game against the AI. But what people don't realize, especially now, is that Age of Empires 2 has an extremely developed single-player story-oriented, campaign content. There's probably like 20 campaigns right now, 25 campaigns right now. There's a lot of missions out there that orient themselves towards like a story kind of campaign narrative, and most people would, look at Age of Empires 2 and think of it as like a multiplayer game, which is fair, which is true. But I do think that the value in Age of Empires 2, as someone who is not familiar to strategy games, like there's a lot of value there as a single player campaign oriented game as well. And I think that, for the longest time, strategy games have not really focused too much on, a strong, stellar, single-player campaign narrative. And Age of Empires 2 story necessarily isn't really all that, powerful or impactful, but there is a lot to mow through there. And if you're interested in history, if you like the idea of reading about civilizations and learning, learning about certain historical events or chains of events, then I would highly recommend Age of Empires. But the last game I've got is good old Red Dead Redemption 2. And this is another game where, it's a little bit old now. It's a little bit older now, but it still looks amazing. It still looks amazing. And it's one of those games where, you can sit back and say, wow, I can play a game that looks like this, without a graphics card. That's pretty cool. And so it's there for that reason. It's, the open world rockstar action game, right? I mean, like Red Dead 2 is Red Dead 2. Surely everybody knows or has an idea of what Red Dead Redemption 2 is like, even if they haven't necessarily played it themselves. JP says, I'm doing okay because I showered. Well, I showered in less than 45 minutes and my coffee machine seems to cooperate today. I'm glad to hear that your coffee machine is cooperating, but 45-minute showers, I wouldn't want to see your water bill. That's all I have to say. I wouldn't want to see your water bill. But okay. Enough of my rambling. Enough. I've been rambling for like half an hour, which I like to do. To be fair, I like to do that. But I think it is time we actually move through Pokemon so I can discuss a little bit about the team that I've put together. And it's mostly the same, but I've made quite a few changes too. There we go. So this is the team that I've got. It's gotten to the point where like Torterra is like noticeably over-leveled for this challenge, but I want and need to have Torterra as part of this team, because if you guys were here for the last stream, then you would recognize and realize how important this, gigantic land turtle was to our efforts to beat Cynthia. We got so close, and Torterra was a huge part of getting us, to that point. And obviously he's the starter Pokemon, so, you gotta give him a lot of leeway. You gotta pay that respect. And so I've actually got a lot of other Pokemon here, because in the last run, I identified a few areas in which I personally really struggled with, right? And one of them is obviously Milotic. Milotic was very, very difficult to get rid of. And I think that if, we are to actually beat Cynthia this time around, then having multiple ways to deal with Milotic is ideal. And so that's why we've got Abomasnow, which also doubles as a way to deal with Garchomp, right? Because it's an ice Pokemon. And we have Pelipper and Electabuzz. And so Pelipper and Electabuzz. So Pelipper sets the rain, and Electabuzz has thunder. And this is important because when you are in rain, thunder has 100% accuracy, right? So we go here. Yeah, I know. It's definitely not min-maxed in terms of natures and IVs and EVs and that sort of thing. Even moveset's not really ideal. But Electabuzz has thunder, and that's really important because in rain it has perfect accuracy, right? And so this allows me potentially to trade very favorably against Milotic. But in addition to that, it allows me to deal with Flint's Driftbloom a lot more easily, because if you remember, I also had a lot of trouble against the Fire Elite Four member because he had a Driftbloom that spammed Minimize, which increases evasion rather. But if we have Pelipper who sets the rain and use Electabuzz, against, we use the Electabuzz against the Drifloon, then the Thunder is super effective against Drifloon because Drifloon is flying and ghost, and the Thunder bypasses any of the accuracy checks, right? So it always hits in rain. And that's really important because it means that Drifloon can minimize all he wants, but he's not going to be able to evade the Thunder. This is also important, right? This is also important because Drifloon uses a lot of stall moves. He uses Strength Sap and he uses Will-O-Wisp, which heavily affect physical attackers. But since this Electabuzz is a special attacker, then he can get burned and it doesn't matter. And he can get Strength Sapped and it doesn't matter because he's not relying on his physical damage to really, do a lot of harm. And Pelipper is just, in general, pretty good against a lot, type-wise, Pelipper's pretty good against a lot of the opening Elite Four members. So the first Elite Four member is a Bug user. The second Elite Four member is a Ground user. The third Elite Four member is a Fire user. All of which get, pretty demolished by a combination of water and flying. So Pelipper is actually quite strong there. Another thing is that Pelipper is surprisingly good into some of Cynthia's Pokemon, right? Because Pelipper also resists Flash Cannon from the Lucario. It resists Aura Sphere from the Lucario. It trades really well with the Roserade. It doesn't take too much damage from Milotic either. So, Pelipper's, he's got it going on. Pelipper's got it going on. This, oh my god, that's a terrible nature. Let's go back. That's a terrible nature because I'm not using attack, and defense is something that's really important. This is so unoptimized, right? And then, you have Staraptor, who I had for most of the playthrough, but didn't bring him in the last run. But I am bringing him now because you need that Intimidate user. And Houndoom is actually pretty strong towards like the Psychic, Elite Four member, and he can clean up a little bit. He can clean up a little bit against Cynthia as well. And we have Obama So Obama is my lowest level Pokemon, and out of all the Pokemon that I have here, he's probably the least important, but he can potentially do well against my opponents, against Cynthia's Milotic. He can potentially do good against Garchomp. So, he's there, and he might be useful. But I think of the 6 so far, Abomasnow is probably the least useful. But the other thing that Abomasnow can do, potentially, is forcefully reset the rain, right? Because he's got Snow Warning, so he puts out Hail, which might be useful if I want to preserve the Pelipper for another turn, but I want to, I want to be able to reset the weather, as opposed to having to wait until the weather naturally expires. So that could be potentially useful there. But anyway, I think I've been talking for long enough. We should really just get to, get to brass tacks. And let's see. Wait, hold on. Let's see what I've got here. How many items have I got? 16, that's more than enough. And full restore 14, that should be enough. I don't know. Maybe I want a few more full restores because, okay, so the crutch to this, or sorry, the gimmick to this is that I'm not going to use items, or I'm not going to use like in-game items during the battles, right? So I'm not going to spam full restores. I'm not going to full heal. I'm just going to wear whatever issues I may have, like if I get hit by a status move or if I get a lot of damage, I'm just going to wear that until the end of the battle. Of course, at the end of the battle, I'll be able to heal up, but no items during the battle and no easy switching, which I'm actually going to change now. So set. And that makes it more difficult. This puts it in line with how it is in the competitive modes. But obviously, right, your opponents aren't limited to the same restrictions that you are. So it could potentially make things a lot harder for me. And it has, right? Not being able to use items, not being able to brute force my way through the league using items has definitely been it was the reason why I lost last week, right? It was the reason why I lost last week. But we'll give it another shot today. We'll give it a couple of runs, We'll give it a couple of runs. We'll get to Cynthia, and we'll see how we can do. Well, we'll try our best, right? We'll try our best, because at the end of the day, that's all we can do. We can just try our best and hope for the best. It totally has. Yes, Silent Co, you've seen it firsthand. And I'm hoping that we don't repeat, this time around. We get the W, and we move on with our lives, because this children's video game is giving me such a hassle. But without further ado, let's get right into Elite Four Challenge. Let's go. Let's see if you'll be able to synthesize Cynthia. Exactly. Well, I'll definitely try my best. All right, let's go. All right, so Aaron is the first. He's a bug type Pokemon trainer. Should explain, I'm a huge fan of bug Pokemon. Bug Pokemon are nasty and mean. And you know what, Aaron? Bug Pokemon are nasty and mean. That just means that I have justification to squish them. And that's what's going to happen to your bug Pokemon. Prepare to be squished. Let's see. First he uses Dustox. This is bug and poison. I'm hoping I can one-hit using Pelipper, but if I can't, it might be a little bit troublesome going forward. But bug Pokemon, best Pokemon, I don't know if I agree with that, Sign and Co. There are a few bug Pokemon that I really like. So for example, I really like Scizor. Scizor's a cool bug Pokemon. But there are also a lot of bug Pokemon that are just kind of eh. You know, eh. Okay, let's think about this for a bit, right? So Surf is 90, but then we have Rain, and then we also have, you know what? Surf might actually be, hold on. Hurricane 1.5 for stab. So that's approximately 160-ish. And then this is 135. No, Hurricane's this. Alright, let's go. Yes! One hit. Very, very nice. That's definitely what we want to see. Okay. So Aaron, he's put out Heracross. Now this is going to be a bit of a problem because I know for a fact that this Heracross has a Rock Slide. So what I'm actually going to do here is I'll bring out Staraptor and Intimidate the Heracross. Like, he's still going to use Rock Slide. It's still going to be super effective, but it's not going to do nearly as much as it would otherwise. Having the Intimidate is good. Slide, yep. And this should do like 30%. That's about 25. That's not too bad. You have two flying Pokemon. Yes. Okay, so this should be fine because even though his guts boosted, we should be faster. And Brave Bird should just one hit. There we go. Because Heracross is 4 times weak to flying moves, and so we'll eat a lot in recoil damage, but we can always just U-turn or just, you know, swap out of there with Staraptor. So Staraptor should be fine. We can heal him up later. The thing is, Staraptor is still faster than the majority of my opponent's Pokemon, so he's always going to go first. He's always going to hit with a Brave Bird, and that's always going to, you know, one-hit my opposition. Sends out Beautifly. You have 2 flying Pokemon? Yes, we do. Pinsir is my favorite Pokemon. He's so regal. You know, wait, do they have a Mega Pinsir? I don't even know, right? Because like I kind of skipped the Mega Evolution generation, so I'm not really sure what they have. But Pinsir is definitely one of the Pokemon that I wish they have either a Mega Evolution for, or like a actually U-turn's probably ideal, right? Yeah, U-turn is ideal. Oh, that did a lot of damage actually. Did a lot of damage. I kind of want to go back into Pelipper, but I also don't think there's a point, right? So he's not going to use Bug Buzz. I could just use a Bomber Snow here and then hit with a Blizzard. Bug. Super effective against grass though. I mean, we'll just use Electabuzz. Why not? I don't think there's anything that Beautifly can do to really hurt Electabuzz. Oh, Quiver Dance! Okay, maybe not. Okay, he called my bluff. But even then, Bug Buzz should not one-hit, should it? Should Bug Buzz one-hit? Let's find out. Let's find out if this one hits. He's using Quiver Dance again? That's so greedy! Alright, let's see what we got here. But he's strong though. He's setting up. But I still think this should KO. Yeah. Too greedy. If he hit me with the Bug Buzz there, he might have been able to threaten a KO. And he may have been able to, you know, actually do something. But instead, he just becomes fun. That was very greedy. Giga Impact's not useful. Ahaha. Rain stopped. Okay, that's fine. I don't mind the rain stopping. Vespiquen attack order, I think, is a special attack. So we can... Attack order's probably bug, right? So we can actually just go out into like... We can go back out into Pelipper. I mean, I like Staraptor, but we can go back out into Pelipper and just hit him with a Hurricane or something. Should be fine. There's an awesome Mega Pinsir who becomes Bug Flying, one of the most intimidating Pokemon. Yeah, Bug Flying. Well, the thing with Bug Flying, right, is that it's double weak to Rock. So, like, I don't really know if I necessarily like the typing, but I do think that... Hold on, let me take a look at it. Let me Google this, because I know that Mega Pinsir, it's like the... Hold on. Because the design looks really cool, right? It's like... Yeah. It's like the, Like, it actually starts flying and everything, and it gets, like, the cool wings. So I think this is fine, yeah. Because, like, when it comes to Pokemon, like, I try to think about things... It's so bad. I try to think about things in like a competitive sense, but also like the design aesthetic for a Pokemon like Pinsir is just really, really good. This should do half. Oh wow, that KO'd. Was that crit? Yeah, okay, that was a crit. I wasn't expecting to KO after that defend order, because the defend order raised his stats, but that was nice. I'm not going to complain. Definitely not going to complain. We should be able to hit Drapion with a big Surf here. I don't know if this will KO. But Drapion will probably hit us with like a Cross Poison, and it's going to do like 70% damage, and then after that we can just swap out into our Staraptor. Cross Poison. Oh, that did way less than 70. What the heck? I was overestimating him. Oh, he's just going to full restore here, right? He's going to full restore here. So, ideally I use Hurricane instead, because Hurricane's not going to do as much damage as Surf. So we use Hurricane. Yep. And then it means that we're not going to get trapped in a cycle of like him constantly using the full restore. That actually makes a difference, because I don't want to expend too much of my power points, right? And so he's going to hit me with a Night Slash. Maybe that's going to do... Yeah, that's going to do like 4. And then this should KO, and that's the end of that. Very nice, very nice. Another awesome bug Pokemon is a Bug Poison. So Drapion, it's funny. It's funny sounding, okay? Like they, you know, it's like a bug Pokemon trainer. It's got like a sort of like bug Pokemon kind of design, but it's actually not a bug type Pokemon. Drapion is a poison and dark type Pokemon. So like, Aaron is using him as part of his bug team just because of aesthetics, but he's not a bug type Pokemon. If you ask me, he should be using, like, what's another bug? Well, he should be using Sizzle. We lost because I wasn't good enough. That's it, back to training camp. Alright, so, we've beaten one trainer of the Elite Four pretty comfortably, and we can just heal up our Staraptor and our Pelipper. The next trainer is going to be the ground trainer. What's her name? What's her name? The old lady ground trainer. And... with this particular battle, we can just set up with our Torterra and just demolish the entire team after a Sword Step. Right? I remember playing Omega Ruby with a team full of bug Pokemon. You know, from a competitive perspective, again, like, it's always my perspective, the competitive. But, like, from a competitive perspective, monotype teams tend to be really weak. Because if you have, like, one Pokemon that, you know, is able to exploit that particular type, you know, then you're in trouble. So for example, right, you know, you have like a mono electric team. What are you gonna do if, like, you know, someone on the opposing team has, you know, like an ability that nullifies it, right? So you have like a Raichu on the other team, and then your electric attacks do nothing. That just makes it so difficult. But I really do admire and respect when people are able to craft together teams, you know, that are like monotype or have a certain gimmick, and they're able to work. I really do respect that. So, out of curiosity, Silent-Co, what Pokemon did you have in your Omega Ruby team? What Pokemon did you have there? Quite the adorable trainer, but you've also got a Spine. I'm Bertha. I have a preference for ground type Pokemon. Here you go. Skit. Right. Alright, so we Swords Dance up here because there's nothing that Quagsire can really do to hurt me. I think what Bertha will do is just make it use Surf, and that's only going to do like... That's going to do like 20% damage at tops. You know, or yeah, not tops, but like 20% damage. And then I'm just going to heal part of that with leftovers, and then, you know, I just hit it next turn with a Razor Leaf, and then it gets one hit. But the Swords Dance was necessary. Yeah, it's like 10%. But the Swords Dance was necessary so that I can one-hit like the rest of the team, you know? My only gripe is Surskit's bug water typing is awesome, but it becomes generic bug flying when it evolves. Wait, what does it evolve into? Masquerain. Ah, yeah. Oh, that's a shame. That's a shame. And it gets Swift Swim too. But then it becomes Intimidate. So, Intimidate's really... But that's a shame. There's a couple of Pokemon that have bug water typing. So it's funny because this sort of like intersects on our interests, right? Because my favorite typing is water type. So when you say like bug water, I know there's a few Pokemon. There's like Golisopod, which is a really cool Pokemon, but the problem with Golisopod is he has the ability Emergency Exit, which means that he forcibly leaves the field if he's taken below 50%, which is not a great thing. You know, because like your opponent can just hit you and then you're below 50%. You're like, oh, okay, I need to retreat. You know, the Pokemon retreats and then like he doesn't get an attack off. So that's actually really bad. But as a Pokemon, he's really cool. And there's another one too. There's what was the one? It's the one that gets the water bubble. What is it called again? Hold on. Let me look this up. Let me look this up. Gramps, welcome to the stream, Gramps. How are you today? We're playing a little bit more Pokemon today. Where we're trying our best to beat Cynthia this time. If we don't, so be it. But I'm going to give it my best shot. So I'm glad you're here, you know, to join me for this experience. We go with Razor Leaf. This should one hit. Even if he has the Rindo Berry to half the grass damage, this still should just KO because we got a Swords Dance up earlier. The Pokemon that I was thinking about, San and Co, was Araquanid. Araquanid's a really cool Pokemon. I like it very much. And I think that was also introduced in Gen 7, so that's a Sun and Moon thing, right? Araquanid. It's bug water, and it has the ability called Water Bubble, which enables its water attacks to, I think like it does more damage with water or something like that, and it also lowers fire damage on it, which is pretty cool, Araquanid, I wouldn't say is one of my favorite Pokemon, but I do like it a lot, because it's quite powerful. It's quite powerful, and it's really tanky. It's really bulky, you know? So, I like my slow, tanky, bulky Pokemon. I mean, I'm a turtle, you know? It's sort of... Oh, Goblin Ape! Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow, my friend. How are you doing today? Hopefully you're enjoying the stream, but how are you doing today? And Gramps as well. How are you doing today? I don't think I asked. Apologies for not asking. But yeah, Araquanid is a bug water Pokemon that I do like. Alright, so... My opponent here has a Sudowoodo. From memory, we can just Earthquake the fuck out of this Sudowoodo. You know, pretending to be a tree. No, you're going down. Pretending to be. How dare you pretend? This is a stream. This is a stream full of earnest, honest Pokemon. No pretending to be something else. I keep thinking that Sudowoodo has Sturdy, and so that's why I keep tunnel visioning towards using Leech Seed. But I already know it doesn't have it doesn't use that. It uses like the ability that increases damage from recoil moves. I forgot what it's called. So I really should just Earthquake and one hit KO it instead of take it slow. Golem on the other hand, I'm pretty sure has Sturdy. So. We'll find out, right? In my testing, in my leveling for the rest of my team, this Golem tends to be abnormally fast. You know, Golem is a very slow Pokemon, but I've found that it's actually outspeeding some of my faster Pokemon, and I don't know how, I don't know why. I don't know if it's gonna always do that, but we'll find out. I'm doing good. How are you, Toro? I'm doing well, Grams. I'm doing very well. So, okay, we outspeed. That's quite good. Yeah, I'm doing well today. Like, I've been pretty busy, and I know that that's like the name of the game for the past, few months that I've been pretty busy. But, today I've been able to take some time and dedicate some time to streaming. And I'm really looking forward to trying to beat this game, Earthquake's gonna do nothing. Torterra is tanky as fuck. I'm not worried about that damage at all, and I'm gonna get most of it back. Thanks to the leftovers anyway. Alright, so let's see. Very nice. Abomasnow's nearly leveled up. But Torterra doesn't really need to swap out. Torterra can actually just sweep the rest of my opponent's team from here. The Hippowdon. Hippowdon's kind of tanky. I don't know if it... Does it eat a Razor Leaf? Let's find out. Because Razor Leaf isn't that strong. Okay, it doesn't eat it. Nice. If I recall correctly, my team was like Dustox, Shedinja, Heracross, Pinsir, Masquerain, and Ninjask. Sadly, not too many varied Pokemon in Generation 3. No, that's fair, Sign and Co. That's very fair. Though, there's some really cool Pokemon. I personally... Okay, so as someone who admittedly is not the biggest fan of Bug-type Pokemon, Heracross and Shedinja are really, really cool. I think, yeah, Heracross, Shedinja, Araquanid, like those are some of my favorites, right? Those are some of my favorite bug types, and Heracross in particular. Heracross is a Pokemon that I want to make work in in competitive VGC, but the problem is that flying type is like one of the strongest types in competitive doubles, and Heracross being bug/fighting is like 4 times weak, and Heracross is also not very fast, so it makes it really, really difficult. But I really like Heracross as a Pokemon, and that actually might be influenced by Heracross in the anime, because Ash has one, for like the Johto episodes. Yes, I have watched the anime. That's how I know. That's how I know that the anime is about Ash suffering a coma, right? If you guys watch my previous streams, that's how I know, because I watched some of the anime. So we were able to beat Bertha, so we can go ahead to the next battle. Wow, you watched the anime? Just a little bit, not all of it. Not all of it, Sign and Co. Not all of it, but I have watched some of the anime. I'm not going to deny it. I'm going to say next that I've watched a decent amount of the Dragon Ball Z anime. Oh no, this menace, this turtle, with his hot takes. Oh, I can't handle this. The sandstorm effect looks very unintimidating now. It doesn't look, it doesn't look all that intimidating. I agree. But one thing I do like about it, is simply the fact that, you have it, right? Because in Pokemon Sword and Shield, power level over 9,000. Yes. Definitely a high power level. So please adjust your scouters before setting your sights on me, But what was I gonna say? With the weather effects, right? In Sword and Shield, one of the problems is that a lot of the weather effects and the field effects weren't, that obvious on the screen, and so occasionally what would happen is that some people would get confused and not realize that there were weather effects or there were field effects currently, in the battle. And so one good thing about these remakes is that they've made the field effects and they've made the weather effects very, very obvious. So it's a lot more easy to tell. Alright, so now we're going to fight off against Flint. This guy has fire Pokemon. So we're going to lead with our Staraptor, and we're going to do a little bit of shadow boxing, because we're going to lead with a Staraptor, and then we're going to swap into Pelipper using U-turn. That's what we're going to do. I gets repetitive too fast. I only watch until the end of Orange League or something. Yeah, that's fair. Pokemon is one of those animes that, I don't know, like, I think it's different now, actually. But for the longest time, Pokemon is one of those animes that really didn't bother trying to have a lot of meaningful character development, and what they had was just, like the flavor of the week kind of stuff, right? And so I can see why it would get repetitive, because essentially what happens is, like, you have, like 90% of episodes become filler, and then the 10% of episodes that are important don't really have long-term character growth and character development anyway, because they get reset every time they go to a new region. However, I think in the last few years where Ash has been in the Alola region because he actually became champion. Ash is a Pokemon champion. Ash is a Pokemon champion and I'm not. What the heck is this? But he won the championship in Alola, and I think that he's taking those lessons in the Galar region right now, and he's actually getting some pretty powerful Pokemon. I know that he has like a Gengar and he has like a Dragonite. He has pretty strong Pokemon, I'm not gonna lie. I remember the field effects in X and Y were so obvious. That's why even this allegedly more visible effect seemed very underwhelming. I see. That may be true. Alright, so let's see what my opponent will have for this. Like, it wasn't really necessary for me to get that Intimidate out, but, you know. I just wanna... Oh, okay, maybe that was a bad idea. Maybe the Intimidate was a bad idea, but I don't really need Staraptor for much. I only need him for Intimidate, so I don't really care about, like, his damage output. So we go to Pelipper, and then we just spam Surf for, like, the next 5 turns. Because I don't think there's anything in the back that really wants to get into a Surf, right? So he's probably going to swap out his Rapidash and try to preserve it, but we're just going to KO whatever comes in. Oh, Poison Jab. Hopefully he doesn't poison me. That does, like, no damage. Nice. No poison. No poison. Alright, we're in a good spot here. We're in a very good spot here, I think. Just me. Just between us, guys. Just between us. I think we're in a good spot. Right. Very nice. And then he's going to send out Steelix. What's worse, poison or badly poison? Okay, so from memory, badly poison scales up in damage every turn, and poison has a set amount of damage every turn. I think. Okay, so, you know, correct me if I'm wrong. If anybody out there is like a Pokemon expert or like a genius, I'm not 100% sure on this, right? So I could be wrong, but I think if you get poisoned, you lose 1/12 of your total HP every turn, rounded down, I think, or rounded up, I'm not sure. Like 1/12. And then I think with badly poisoned, for the first turn you're out in the field, you lose 1/16, and then you lose 1/8, and then you lose 1/4, and then you lose 1/2, and then it's 1/2 every turn. So like, the idea is that if you're only badly poisoned for 1 turn, then badly poisoned does less damage. But you know, if you're poisoned and on the field for more than 2 consecutive turns, then you'd rather be poisoned than badly poisoned. I think that's how the math works. Please correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't know if I am. Anyway, this should just one hit. Like, Steelix does not want to eat this, you know? Surf's up, and Steelix, you know, he didn't come out with his, you know, swimming trunks. So he's definitely not eating that water. Not drinking that surf. Lopunny! Oh my goodness, this Lopunny. Well, I'm gonna go out into Staraptor here and just get the Intimidate, because I know this Lopunny likes to spam, what is it called? Like high jump kick, right? So I want to weaken its physical stats. Oh yeah, uses Mirror Coat. That's cheeky. That's so cheeky. Uses Mirror Coat. So if I hit him with a Surf and I didn't KO it, then it would just, like, you know, demolish me, right? I actually want to stay in for a turn here and just use Quick Attack to just chip damage at it, because unfortunately I'm burnt. So I don't think I'll be able to one-hit KO. However, I wanted to wait until the rain stops, right? So that I can U-turn next turn, and then I should be able to KO with Pelipper once we come back in and hit him with a Surf. That's what I was, you know, thinking, right? So he's gonna hit me. Oh, I go first. Okay, that's okay, I guess. That's okay. I was hoping that I would be slower, but that's still fine. We'll go out into Pelipper, because high jump kick's gonna come out and it's not gonna KO. It's actually not gonna do that much damage at all. Boom. Okay, high jump kick. Yeah, that does like no damage. So the concern here is, can Surf one-hit KO the Lopunny? Because we know it uses Mirror Coat. So if it uses Mirror Coat here, and then like my Surf doesn't KO, then I just get one shot. But I think it's worth taking the risk just to find out, you know, how we pan out. Because it uses high jump. Yeah, I was expecting me to switch. Well, bad luck. Bad luck.
Because I was going to say, like, it's worth just finding out how the calculation works. See? Because, like, we can see it's actually on, you know, it's not KO'd, right? But I think Aaron is going to use a full restore here, and then we can just spam serve. Yeah. It's a giant steel snake. He'd sink into the bottom of the ocean faster than an anchor. You're completely correct, Sign & Co. You know, you're completely correct. You know, you hear about it. You hear about, you know, the mafia putting on concrete boots, putting on steel boots to make, you know, to make their enemies sleep with the fishes, right? Because they sink under the water. Well, Steelix is already there. Steelix is already there. Okay. Are we speed tying? Why did he go first before, then I'm going first now? I mean, I'll take it, you know, I'll take it. Okay, so, what's his next Pokemon? Is it going to be... Drift Bloom. This is going to be the annoying little bastard. Because... Okay, hold on. I don't know how many turns of rain I've got left. I think I've got 2. Because what I expect to happen is he's going to use Minimize. I hit him with a Hurricane. He's going to use Baton Pass. And then swap into the Infernape. And then I'm just going to hit the Infernape with a Hurricane. I knew it. See? I knew it. You knew it. You just know. You just know. Because this cheeky little bugger does this to me all the damn time, right? He does this to me all the damn time. So we're not going to get the KO here. Oh, the rain stopped. Okay, that's bad. Okay, that's bad because... is it that bad? He's going to Baton Pass here, right? So I need to go into a Pokemon that I'm comfortable with. Let's see. Alright, we'll go into... Yeah, we'll go into Torchwick. I hope he doesn't use... Yeah, he uses Will-O-Wisp. So he predicted the switch in, which is a little unfortunate, but it's not too bad because I'm actually... Because I don't need Torterra to really do anything. I just needed to reset the weather, right? But let's see what he does here. If we can get a Leech Seed off, I'll take it. It's like he uses Will-O-Wisp, but I don't need Torterra to do damage, right? If we can hit the Leech Seed, that's good enough. Yes! This is especially important because if my opponent switches in his Infernape using Baton Pass, we can break the Focus Sash. Yeah, this is good. This is good. Minimize best strat? No, Sign & Co. Are you one of those like stall players that uses Minimize Defense Curl? You know, oh no, I don't like stall players. It's too much for me. It's too much for me. I prefer good offensive strategy. You know? I think... I mean, like, Houndoom should actually be pretty alright here, right? Because what can he really do? Like, if he uses Will-O-Wisp, then he just boosts my Flash Fire, right? Baton Pass. That's okay. That's okay. Right? Because he's gonna lose his Focus Sash. Evasion for the win. Oh, no! Sign & Co, no! No, not one of those trainers. Alright. So Staraptor here is pretty safe because he should be close combating. And then all we need to do is just chain together Intimidates. Right? So he'll probably close combat here. Yep. This should do like 30. Oh wow, that did more. That's fine. Even if Staraptor gets knocked out, that's not really a problem. Right? That's really not a problem. We'll see if my opponent does the smart thing and uses close combat again. But what I actually want to do... is something a bit cheeky. We're going to go into Torterra, anticipating the Thunder Punch. And then we're going to go back out. We're going to go back out into the Staraptor. Yep. Torterra just self-heals. What a chat. Whoa, amazing. And then we're gonna go back out into the Staraptor in order to get... Oh, you know what? We can do that next turn. We'll see if we can get a cheeky Earthquake. Because he's going to use Fire Punch, but he's not going to do a lot. Because he's already -1. Yeah, he missed. That's fine. Because we heal most of it back up. Oh, we can probably risk it again, you know. Let's risk it again. Why not? Why not? Yeah, why not? Because I don't want to waste money in a revive. There we go. Very nice. Okay, very good, very good. So now he's going to bring in his Drift Bloom. And the good thing is that, like, we have multiple ways to deal with the Drift Bloom at this point. But what I'm anticipating is that Drift Bloom is going to use Will-O-Wisp here. And then so what we can do is we can just go out into Houndoom. Didn't Earthquake used to have different magnitudes? No, Sign and Co. That's magnitude. That's magnitude. Magnitude is a different move. Magnitude is a different move. And so what you're thinking of is Magnitude. It's a Gen 2 move, but Earthquake is a Gen 1 move. Yes, I knew he was going to do that. And he probably wants to go... Drift Bloom probably wants to go for Minimize this turn, but Houndoom should be faster, so we're just going to Dark Pulse, and this should actually KO. There we go. There we go. We take him out. So this was a little bit more difficult than, you know, previous battles, but it's still alright, you know? And it makes sense that... Oh, Houndoom got up to level 69. Nice. But it makes sense that as you move up in the Elite Four, you have to be a little bit trickier with your strategies, you know? Think, you know, a little bit more forward. Simply because I'm not using items or anything to, like, sort of buffer, you know, my playing skill or whatever. It's all just based on like competitive rules. So like taking them without items, that kind of thing. And yes, I use items post battle, but that's different. No, I'm talking about mid battle. Why is Dark super effective against Ghost? Because Darkness corrupt Ghost. Dark is actually a pretty strong typing. I think, yeah, right? Because, like, ghosts are scary, right? Ghosts are scary. But aren't ghosts, like neutral in terms of, you know, like, morality or whatever? Is morality a good way of putting it? You know what I mean, right? Like, ghosts can be good or ghosts can be bad. But Dark-type Pokemon are, you know, malicious, right? And so the maliciousness, you know, corrupts the ghosts, as you say. There are some ghosts that, you know, try to do the right thing, but they can't. So what we're going to do here, we have a strategy here for what's this guy's name? Lucian, that's his name. And he's a psychic type trainer, but we have Houndoom. Houndoom is so strong into his team because we can just use Nasty Plot to you know, boost up our special attack and then spam Dark Pulses. And that should actually take care of, like, the entire team. So that's what we'll be doing. That's what we'll be doing. So we're going to use 2 Nasty Plots and then just whack the rest of the team and sweep, you know, and sweep. We're gonna do it Smogon style. We're gonna sweep the enemy. Unfortunately, I don't have a broom with me, but yeah. All right. Because the thing is, like, Mr. Mime is either going to use a Screens attack to be defensive, or he's going to hit me with a Dazzling Gleam. But Dazzling Gleam probably takes like 3 shots to kill me. So I can actually Nasty Plot pretty safely, right? And we're faster too, so that's good. The Dazzling Gleam. Yeah, so that's like 4 attack. And if he's not going to get screens up, let's just go for double attack here. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. There we go. 1 hit. 1 hit, 1 KO. Electabuzz levels up. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Lucian sent out a Medicham. What a weird looking Pokemon. You'd almost think Medicham might be like a grass kind of Pokemon. Joke of the Century, right there with the bloom, with the broom. Thank you, Sign & Co. Thank you. Really appreciate that. I'm definitely cleaning up with my sense of humor here. Okay, that was pretty bad. Apologies for that one, guys. That should KO. Medicham has like 0 special defense. Very nice. Okay, and then Girafarig, we're just going to be able to KO. So, like, you can see here, right? We're actually just demolishing this team. Right, and this should KO too. So Houndoom just, you know, he just sweeps through this entire team. It's kind of funny, because Lucian is supposed to be the strongest member of the Elite Four, but just because of how our team has been composed, he's actually the easiest to take out so far. Yeah, because like Shockwave's not going to KO. And then what's his last? No, sorry. He's got Girafarig and he's got Bronzong from memory. Nice. 70. My Pokemon are getting over leveled. If I can't beat Cynthia, I'm just going to be so mad. Is Bronzong his last, or is he got Girafarig too? No, Bronzong is his last, so that's his last. So yeah, that's this battle done. We're not having any problems whatsoever, guys. 0 problems today. Defeated the Elite Four. Nice. This battle was so quick in comparison to the last one. Flint was a big challenge because of the shenanigans he has with his Infernape and the Driftloom. Oh my god. Okay, there remains the champion. Here we go, guys. Here we go. Cynthia versus Toru, round 2. We can do it though. What if some of these league trainers used Mega Evolution? I think it'd be a nice throwback to Gen 6. Oh, that'd be pretty cool. Like, if they use Mega Evolutions or, like, Z moves or something like that, that would make a real challenge in the post-game, right? So, from memory, I think the correct strategy here is lead Houndoom, nasty plot up. Yeah, nasty plot up, defeat the Spiritomb, and then my opponent will try to bring in the Gastrodon, and then we bring in Torterra, and then we try and sweep from there. Yeah, I think that's how we go. Apparently some people are hoping for Cynthia to use Mega Garchomp. Ah, well, like, I can understand why some people are hoping, but it's also not native to Gen 4, right? And yeah, they do have the capacity to do it, but doing it specifically for the Garchomp and then not for anything else might be, you know, like, it might be a little bit over the top, right? And so I don't think the developers were willing to re-implement Mega Evolutions as a whole into the game, so it's understandable why Mega Garchomp doesn't have it. But the power you learned, I can feel it emanating from you. But that's enough talk. Let's get on with why you're here. As the Pokemon League champion, I accept your challenge. Here we go. Here we go. For the gold. For the big W. This is it, guys. All or nothing. I like this music. The champion music's so cool. And then we'll try and use the same strategy here. Just like set up. Just set up and go. Alright. Okay, so he's going to use Dark Pulse on me, and that's fine. You've been exerted pressure on. What does that even do? Okay, so Silent Co, what happens is that whenever you have pressure exerted on you, so if they use the ability pressure, then what that means is that your Pokemon will use twice the amount of PP points whenever you use a move, right? So for example, if I use like Flamethrower, it should use like 2 PP, but I'm not... Does Spiritomb have pressure? Is that what it has? I don't know if I can KO it this turn. I kind of want to be greedy. Because I know that... But is he going to swap out? I kind of want to be greedy. Let's see what happens here. Let's see what happens. I'm going to be so greedy. And we're going to try and beat the entirety of Cynthia's team. It's like this. Shadow Ball. It's not gonna do... Like, it's gonna do the same amount of damage as Dark Pulse. It's got the same base power. I mean, yeah, it's got the special defense drop, but I'm gonna outspeed this anyway, so I'm not really... Go, KO. And so who's she gonna bring in next? I like this theme. Me too, bro. It's one of my favorite champion teams. I'm not gonna lie. It's one of my favorite championship themes. So Gastrodon comes out. So this is like a question of, do I want to preserve the Houndoom? I think the answer is no, actually. I think the answer is no, actually. I'm gonna Dark Pulse because, like, wait, hold on. Who have I got in there? No, I don't need to preserve it. I don't need to preserve it. So let's go. Let's see I want to see how much damage this does. That's right. Oh, it's a one hit. Oh, it's a crit hit. Okay. It's a crit hit. We got lucky. Very nice. I'm not going to complain. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to complain. Okay. This one is going to be tough, right? This one is going to be tough because I don't think Houndoom can outspeed Lucario. So I actually think that I'm going to go down here, but I'm okay with that because it means that I can bring in my I can bring in my Pelipper, right? Because that's what I want to bring in. Yeah, see, look, Lucario's way. Did we survive, bro? We survive? 1 HP. Oh, let's go! Let's go! We got the friendship mechanics, guys. Oh yes! Come on, Houndoom! Let's fucking go! Carried by friendship mechanics? You bet, Jisaku, you bet. Houndoom is a good boy. Oh, good girl, sorry. Good girl. Let's go. Alright. Alright, Milotic. Here's the big challenge. Here's the big challenge, right? Because I think it's still good to try and do as much damage to Milotic as possible, because this is just in general for me wanting to see how much damage it does, right? I want to know how much damage +4 Dark Pulse does. It does a lot. Okay, Skull, that's fair. That's fine. That's fine. And the reason this should be fine, because, like, surely, time for full restore. Surely it's gonna full restore. So, like, my question is, do I bring out Torterra or do I bring out Pelipper Electabuzz? I'm not sure, right? I'm actually not sure. I'm bringing out Pelipper. I'm bringing out Pelipper. Electabuzz. No. I'm gonna bring out Pelipper because I want the boosted Thunders, right? Because Cynthia's gonna use full restore here. It's like, maybe it's better because, like, I can double up on Thunderbolt, but I don't think Thunderbolt does 50%, right? So I'd actually rather just go for, like, I don't know. We'll see. We'll find out. It's probably a bad idea, but I think it should still be fine. Because, like, the Scald should not KO, but we'll find out. I think Thunderbolt, Thunderbolt was probably a way better idea, but we'll see how we go here. Because he's definitely going to... I'm going to pivot. I'm going to re-pivot and go out into Obama Snow. Because I definitely actually should have gone into Electabuzz there. Because Scald is probably going to one-hit or get close to one-hitting. But with Obama Snow, I don't mind not... I don't mind getting burned here. Okay. Because we can chip away with Hail and Burn. And we have Grass Knot. So Obama Snow is actually alright here. And it allows us to reset the rain with Pelipper later too. Sheer Cold. Should I just go for Sheer Cold? Grass Knot should 2-co from here. Ice Beam should not... It should do like 30. Not even. Pretty comfortable. Pretty comfortable. And then after the burn and the hail, we should do enough to KO with Grass Knot. But this should be fine. Unless Cynthia uses another full restore. Oh, okay. Roserade, okay. That's fine. Roserade's gonna use Sludge Bomb here. So what do I have against Sludge Bomb? Alright, this is pretty close run, guys. Because, like, her having the Milotic is really, really strong. And I don't really have anything that I guess Torterra can eat it? But then the problem is, like, I don't want to give up Obama Snow straight away. So I think I actually have to give up Pelipper. That's so sad. That's so unfortunate. That's so unfortunate. Well, we'll see how we go. Because, like, the thing is, Obama Snow can still be useful against the Garchomp. And then Pelipper is not that useful. Like, if Pelipper can eat 2 hits here, that'd be ideal, but I don't think he would. So, but then what's my endgame here? I think I actually prefer the switch-in, right? I actually prefer the easy switch-in. So I think I have to sacrifice Obama Snow to the Sludge Bomb, and then I can get Pelipper in for free, and then I can spam Hurricane. I think that's my only option here. Yeah. Yep. Just to get the free switch-in. Because if I eat too much damage, then, you know, if I eat too much damage, that's no good, right? But we can go with Pelipper here, and Hurricane should KO. And the other thing is that Milotic is also pretty weak. So if my opponent, if Cynthia swaps in Milotic, then Hurricane should take that out too. Why was Poison super effective against Obama? It's because Obama Snow is Ice/Grass. And Grass is weak to Poison. Silent Code, that's why. Sludge Bomb, this shouldn't KO. And then this should KO. Yeah. And then uses Milotic, right? And then we can use Hurricane here. And even if Milotic... Oh, Milotic... recovers okay, I guess. Because we can still use Electabuzz after. Do we just spam Hurricane? Oh, that did nothing. We got the confusion! We got the luck. We got the big luck. Alright. Alright, Hurricane again. Let's go, let's go. Ah! We lucky boys. We're in the luck zone right now. Unfortunately, he's probably going to recover here. Like, Cynthia uses a full restore here, right? Surely. Surely Cynthia uses a full restore. So, we're gonna... Oh, we're still gonna use Hurricane. We're still gonna use Hurricane. Because maybe we can proc Confusion again. And I think that's probably worthwhile. It's worth fishing for. Does full restore fix confusion? Yes, it does. Yes, it does, Sign & Co. It 100% fixes confusion. It also fixes the, it also undoes their burn, but, like, that doesn't really matter. We're just gonna spam Hurricane here. Well, why are we faster? The turn order for this game is all over the place. I don't get it. Mirror Coat? Ow! Ow, Mirror Coat. That's fine. Just the rain stops, which is so unfortunate. However, that burn tick puts Milotic clearly under 50%, which means Thunderbolt should be able to KO. Thunderbolt should be able to KO, because Thunderbolt does about 50%, but that burn actually took it down to like 40% HP, so this should KO now. Let's go! Yes! Let's go! Okay, this is rough now, though. This is rough. Okay, guys. Now it's just the Garchomp. Now it's just the big boy. Here we go. Outsped, boys. Yes. So, Jizaku, Electabuzz, I believe, is base 95 speed, and Milotic is base 81. So here we go. So I'm expecting Garchomp to use Earthquake, So we can easily swap out into Staraptor. And then we get the Intimidate off. Right? We get the Intimidate off. And then we also get like the free turn. Based on their speed, yes. There we go. We get the Earthquake. Very, very nice. And I think that it's still worthwhile swapping back into Electabuzz to do it again. Right? To do it again. Because Garchomp doesn't have any super effective attacks to hit Torterra with. So what we're going to do is we're going to chip away at the Garchomp and then let Torterra do the final. Oh, fuck. He's got Swords Dance. No, I forgot he had Swords Dance. Oh, it's over. Okay, we can still... No, okay, so he's back to 0. He's back to 0, so that's not too bad. Okay. It's still fine. It's still fine. This is okay. This is okay. We're still fine, guys. We're still fine. Oh, Eshkaton, welcome. Welcome to the stream, Eshkaton. Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for the raid. Thank you so much for the raid. Raiders, welcome. My name is Toru. I am a turtle VTuber. And as of this moment, I am knee-deep into a run against Cynthia, the Elite Four. But welcome, Eshkaton. I really appreciate the raid. How have you been? How are you? And what did you stream? And how did it go? How did it go? I think at this point, we just have to hit, right? Ah, thank you for the follow, Leon. Thank you for the follow. Really appreciate it. I think we just have to get chip damage onto the Garchomp and then let Torterra get the work done. Another Swords Dance. This guy's getting greedy. Okay, this should do like 50%, 60%. And then I expect to get hit. With a dragon attack, right? Greedy and yet rewarded. Oh, Ghoul, welcome to the stream. How are you, Ghoul? How are you? Stream went well. Was playing Merry Gear Solid 2. Oh, is that like a mod? Is that like a mod for Metal Gear Solid? Ah, okay. So tell me how that is, because I actually have not really gotten into the Metal Gear Solid series. So you gotta tell me about the mod and tell me about your stream. Alright, so I have a feeling that Garchomp is just gonna demolish me with a big attack here. But we're still gonna go for the Brave Bird, because if he gets greedy and does another Swords Dance, then we just KO him. Now let's find out what happens. I'm pretty sure he's just gonna hit me with a Dragon Claw, but we'll see what happens. I knew that was gonna happen. Oh! Friendship Mechanics! Friendship Mechanics! Let's go! Friendship Mechanics! I wasn't expecting that at all. Let's fucking go. Okay, nice. So, we were finally able to beat Cynthia and become champion of the Pokemon League. And we didn't do it by min-maxing a Pokemon. We didn't do it by stacking up on pseudo-legendary Pokemon or exquisite typings. We did it through the bond that we made with our Pokemon over the journey. The real winner, as Jizaku says, was the friends we made along the way. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Long live the champion. Thank you, Sign and Co. Thank you, guys. JP, Rogue, Ghoul, Grams, thank you so much, guys. And just now, you became the most powerful of all the trainers. You are now a newest champion. That's a lot of money, wow. That's a lot of money. I'll take that. Nice. That was excellent. Truly an outstanding battle. You gave the support your Pokemon needed to maximize their power, and you guided them with certainty to secure victory. So what happens to the old champion? Is she just fired? Well, I mean, she hangs around, right? She probably has tenure. Like, I imagine it's similar to like, oh, I don't know. Maybe she just gets kicked out onto the street, right? Because actually the world of Pokemon is pretty dog-eat-dog world, you know? They chuck 10-year-old kids out onto the street. to deal with, wild animals. So maybe once Cynthia has lost her position, she's out on her ass too. Who knows? But we guided our Pokemon with certainty to secure victory. You both have the passion and calculating coolness. Together, you and your Pokemon can overcome any challenge that may come your way. Those are the impressions I got from our battle. I'm glad I got to take part in the crowning of Sinnoh's new champion. Now then, step onto the lift. Wait, oh, okay. You don't get a choice. Because it's kind of funny, because I was watching like a speedrun clip. Hold on, do we automatically go there, or do we have to manually walk? We automatically go there. I remember seeing like a speedrun clip like a couple of days after this game came out, and then they were like showing off the fastest way to beat this game, and you actually bug Cynthia so that she doesn't properly battle you. And so I've seen a clip where Cynthia's in the dialogue pre-battle talking to you saying, oh, we're gonna fight, this is for the championship, and then your character just runs past her and then goes on the lift and comes straight up here. It's really, really funny. It's really, really funny. I'm gonna have to go back on, I don't know, I'm gonna have to find it on Twitter somewhere, but it's really, really funny. The room ahead is the Hall of Fame. Also, I don't think the protagonists of these games ever go on to wait in this room to challenge new challenges. Yeah, don't they do that in like Sun and Moon or something like that, where you have people challenging you for the title of Pokemon Champion? Right, and then you defend your championship. That's a cool idea. I wish the Pokemon games did that more. Oru, last battle was splendid. Oh, hello, Professor Rowan. You broke into my chamber, and then you started insulting me to my face, and you don't even bother saying hi. Yes, hello, Professor Rowan, you rude bastard. A child I enlisted. My Pokedex project has come this far. It's only natural that I come and witness their crowning achievement. Witness me, Professor Rowan! Toru, I shouldn't call you a child anymore. You've grown into a real champion. The professor, he must have also beaten the Elite Four to enter the chamber. Exactly! Well, that's the thing, Sign and Co. Professor Rowan is like completing the Pokedex, right? So he must have every Pokemon to exist, under the sun. So like he comes out and then he wipes the floor with all of the other, Elite Four members, with his Palkia, right? Because, he has every Pokemon. Toru-chan. JP, please. Professor, you still enjoy the enthusiasm kids bring to your research, don't you? Step this way, please, Toru. Professor Rowan, I need you over here as well. By the way, that's I'm not sure if I drank earlier, but thank you so much for the hydrate redeem, Ghoul. Thank you for the hydrate redeem. Our little kid streamer is no longer a child. No, Sign and Co. I am no longer a child, but a champion. It's been a long while since I last entered this room. If the last time you were here was when I became champion, then yes, that'd be quite a long time ago. Oru, welcome to the Hall of Fame. Your names will be recorded for posterity here. What you are leaving are the memories of your adventure so far. Merry Gear is a Metal Gear parody game themed around Christmas. Okay, so it's like a modded version of Metal Gear, is it? So wait, no. You said it's a parody game, so it's a completely new game? It's like, I'd imagine it might be, like the same levels, but then, modified to be sort of like Christmas themed or whatever? Or is it just like a completely new game in general? Because if it's the latter, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Maybe I'll go back and watch the VOD. That's cool. That's cool. It's time to record your names, you and your Pokemon. Remember, your Pokemon are partners that grew with you through many challenging battles. This machine will make a permanent record of your achievements. A completely new game. Cool. Very cool. Alright, yeah, then we'll go back and take a bit of a look. Did all the avatars also look this chibi in the original Gen 4? It's an attempt to like sort of mimic the style, right? Because Gen 4 was what? Game Boy Advance. So the game was still sprite based. And then just because, you know, you're having it sprite based and the proportions of your characters didn't look realistic, and then you did have that kind of a chibi style. So, you know, the remake attempts to recreate that style, but in a 3D space, you know? There we go! Champion! League champion! Congratulations! This is a longer time than I thought. A lot of the time was just like spent in the underground and stuff. Nah, it's a good team. It's a good team. Hold on. I used everybody, right? Everybody played a pivotal role in this. And because of like, I wasn't expecting the friendship mechanics, to be honest. So like, I was not expecting to win that way. But I'm very happy I did, you know, because it proves that, you know, the bonds that I make with my Pokemon is, you know, is eternal and can overcome any adversity. They kind of look like Funko Pop figurines on the cutscenes. A little bit. I'm actually not gonna lie. They kind of look like that. Definitely. So, Eschaton, were you able to finish the game? That's what I'm curious about. So, we beat the game, guys. We beat the game. I mean, there's like post-game stuff that we can do, and we might get to that at some point. But you know, we beat the game, so I'm really, really happy. Very, very nice. Very nice, Sue. Very nice, Sue. All right, there we go. I just want to see like a little bit of the credits. I don't want to get through like the whole thing, but well, you know, it's just like a nice kind of trip through the region, if you will. Right. Yeah, I beat the game. Nice. Oh, that's cool. If only the whole game looked like this. Oh no, Jizaku. Are you like one of those Pokemon fans that are like, you know, oh, the game doesn't look, you know, like the textures on this tree, you know, look subpar, you know? It's really, I don't know. Like, I'm someone who, in PC games, definitely appreciates technical graphics and technical accomplishment. But when it comes to Pokemon, I'm definitely a sucker more for the art style and stylistic, you know, things. So when you see people going off, I don't know, maybe this is just me spending too much time on the Bluebird side on Twitter.com, right? Like, people are always complaining about, like, oh, the graphics are shit, you know, they look bad. And it's like, okay, you know, the graphics, you know, it's like, it's whatever. Yes, I have higher standards for one of those profitable franchises in this timeline, Jizaku. Jizaku, you may have higher standards, but are they realistic standards? You know? That's the thing, right? Like, maybe it would be nice, but do we expect better? And the answer is, well, you shouldn't really expect better, because we know what Game Freak is, right? We already know what kind of company Game Freak is, so it's unrealistic to expect more. We just hope that what's in there is actually okay. I don't know. But maybe I'm too lenient. Maybe I'm a bit too lenient. Alright. I'm fine with the aesthetic, it's just that they removed so many moves in Pokemon, allegedly. Yeah, that is true. Like, they tried to make things closer to, you know, like the originals, but as a result, they've taken out a lot of, you know, what they've put in the games in between that time, right? Meanwhile, Good night, Eschaton. Thank you for coming along, and thank you for the raid. Oh, before you go, sorry. Oh my goodness, I completely forgot. Thank you for the raid. Thank you so much. So, just a little PSA. So, Eschaton is actually running a little bit of like a Christmas play going on. So, he's looking for people to play some parts in like a little bit of a Christmas radio drama, radio play. So, if you think you have a little bit of a nice voice for, you know, a little bit of voice acting for a little bit of a radio play, please contact Eschaton on Twitter.com, because he's setting something up, and hopefully, you know, we have enough people to join, we can get, you know, something going. So fingers crossed that turns out well. But yeah, I'll be recording some of my lines a little bit later. I don't know about today, maybe tomorrow. But yeah, I'll be looking forward to that. So yeah, please do go check out Eschaton's stream, and also if you're interested in a radio play, message him on Twitter. Very nice. Special thanks. All right. All right. Very nice. Very nice. I'm pretty happy. Damn, Toru, the professional voice actor, love it. No, I'm not a professional. I just enjoy like reading small things here to there. But no, I have zero professional experience or anything along those lines. So please, please don't get that impression. I'm not a voice actor or anything along those lines. Not even close. Not even close. Am I back? Are we back? We're back home. Home is where the heart is. Home is where the heart is. But you use your voice so well. Thank you, Sign & Co. Thank you. I like to try. But that was pretty good. I'm happy. I'm very, very happy that we were able to get it first try. I have to be honest. I have to be completely honest. I was not expecting us to beat Cynthia first try. So I actually had something prepared, right? I had something prepared. But I only prepared in the event that I would lose. I'm not prepared for winning. But I guess we could do a little bit of something. So let's just go a little bit here. Okay. Where's my live 2D? There we go. Okay. But yeah, thank you guys for coming. I really do appreciate it. So, I would like to thank everyone for coming out here to watch the championship match. It was a tough road, but we got there in the end, right? So there are a lot of people that I would like to thank for being on the journey with me. I would like to thank, first off, my non-existent father figure. Because he wasn't there for me, I had to fill the void. With my beloved Pokemon. And if it wasn't for his neglect and his lack of being in my life, I never would have developed the strong bonds with my Pokemon necessary to challenge Cynthia and win in the final battle. So thank you very much, Dad, for not being there for me. I would also like to thank my mother for teaching me resilience and self-sustenance. It's not every mother that has the determination and the willpower to kick out your only child at 10 years old to find their own place in the world full of wild and hostile monsters. But thank you, Mother, for having the foresight to kick me out of the house without an education, without any money, and without a hope in the world. Because if it wasn't for you, allowing me to pick myself up by the bootstraps, then I wouldn't be champion right now. So I want to thank you. I want to thank my wonderful parents who are not there for me in the least. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be in this spot. So thank you so much, guys. No, but thank you. No, that was a lot of fun, though. I honestly had a lot of fun playing through this and playing through the end of it, because I think I had streamed... where's the props for the Professor? Professor Rowan? Well, I mean, he was there a couple of times. He was grumpy a couple of times. I think... where was my rival, Sign & Co? Okay. So, what was his name again? Barry? I think? Barry. If that is your real name, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the free XP and the free money, nerd. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the extra money, because those full restores really came in handy at the end. And most of all, I want to thank Cynthia. I want to thank Cynthia for the fair match, right? I know that right now she's probably at home, kicked out of the Pokemon League. She no longer has a living wage. It's like when a professor at university loses tenure. Maybe her entire life is over. But I want to thank you, Cynthia. Thank you for the fight. And thank you for allowing me to take your position as Sinnoh Pokemon Champion. Now, you might be seething because the bond that I have between my Pokemon, allowed me to live certain hits that your Pokemon could not live. You know, you tried to fill the void of friendship with full restores and items and min-maxing breeded Pokemon. But you know what, Cynthia? You know what? I hope you learned your lesson today. Strong Pokemon, weak Pokemon, there's no such thing. You have to win with your favorites. You have to win with your favorites, Cynthia. And I hope that next time in the future, if you come for the crown, if you come to try and knock me off my perch, I hope that you have learned something through your battle today. So thank you so much, Cynthia, for letting me take your championship spot. GG easy. So there we go. Pokemon TV must be questioning if Cynthia really deserved to be champion in the first place. Exactly, Sonico. She's seething. You bet she is, Kimmy. You bet she's seething. I don't know. It's not like I've beaten the post game yet. There's a lot of content in the game I can actually still do, to be honest. But we got the main part of the game through. So I'm pretty happy with that. I'm actually really happy with that. Next week, a nepotism controversy comes up and Cynthia is arrested for the allegations. Well, you know what, Sign & Co? You know what? Maybe that's true. Maybe that's false. I don't know. I wasn't there when Cynthia became champion, right? I wasn't there when Cynthia became champion. I was but a wee toddler waiting at home for my father to come back home, from the milk bar. Right, buying a bottle of milk, and he never came home. But that was a long time ago, and I have no idea whether Cynthia is involved in this sort of corruption. But we'll find out. We'll find out in the post game, right? Maybe in the post game we'll find out that Cynthia is part of a large corruption ring in the Pokemon world. Who knows? But thank you guys for coming along. I really appreciate it. And the stream is actually a little bit shorter than I was expecting it to be. I was honestly not expecting to beat Cynthia on the first try, and I was not expecting to beat her with Pokemon in tow, right? I was actually expecting to struggle a lot more, and honestly, I got pretty lucky. Because the friendship mechanics, kicked in, and I was able to survive hits that I shouldn't survive, right? But it's funny because I'd actually prepared something in the event that I'd lost. So I was expecting to lose. I wasn't expecting to win. So I'm very happy. Don't get me wrong. I'm very happy to take the W. Right? I'm very happy to take the W. But I do have something else that I do want to show off because I was expecting to lose and I had prepared something for it. Now, I don't know if you guys get the reference. You guys probably won't get the reference, but I did enjoy splicing it together. And I do want to show it off because I spent the time making it yesterday. So I want to show it off. So just give me just a moment and I'll put it up. Sadly, he was imprisoned in the war against Owen and is now missing from action, presumed dead. Well, he was a trooper. Sign & Co. But now I am the trooper as the champion. But yeah, hold on. Let's see if this is working the way I want it to. And it looks like it is. So this is what I was going to do if I lost. But, I ended up winning. So can't complain. But this is what I was planning on showing off after the battle. Cynthia, I want you to digest this. Because before I finish the stream, I have a lot of things I want to get off my chest. I don't hate you, Cynthia. I don't even dislike you. I do like you. I like you a hell of a lot more than I like most trainers in Sinnoh. I hate this idea that you're the best. Because you're not. I'm the best. I'm the best in the region. There's only one thing you're better at than I am, and that's breeding haxed Pokemon. I am the best trainer in the world. I've been the best ever since day one when I first played Pokemon Diamond 15 years ago. I've grabbed so many of Game Freak's imaginary gym badges that it's finally dawned on me that they're just that. They're completely imaginary. The only thing that's real is me and the fact that day in and day out for almost 16 years, I've proved to everybody in the world that I am the best in Kanto, on the battle frontier, even in Galar. Nobody can touch me. And trust me, this isn't sour grapes,
But the fact that Cynthia is the champion with her full restore spam and I'm not makes me sick. I'm beating this game off stream, and hell, who knows? Maybe I'll stream Monster Sanctuary from now on. Maybe I'll go back to Guild Wars 2. The reason I'm leaving is because of these game mechanics. Because after I burn out, people will still buy their flavor of the month Pokemon release. I'm just a spoke on the wheel. The wheel is going to keep turning, and I understand that. But I'd like to think that maybe this developer will be better after Pokemon Legends comes out. But the fact of the matter is, the next gen is going to be taken over by the stupid power creep, their doofus mon designs, and the rest of the generational gameplay mechanics. And now let me tell you a story about Cynthia, alright? We do this whole Team Galactic clean out. And then, look, I had a whole bit, right? I had a whole bit set up based on that. And then the idea, was that I was gonna get like attacked by Cynthia's Garchomp, and then I would come back here like all injured and stuff. But it doesn't, it doesn't, you know, like there's no point now because I actually won. I actually won. I was expecting to lose like last week because last week I actually had Pokemon that were like higher level that I considered stronger, and you know that I spent longer time with, so I felt more comfortable in their moveset. So I was legitimately expecting to lose tonight, and so I had all this set up. I had like the whole bit set up, and then you know I'd get hit by Cynthia, and then I'd make like a half-hearted apology, right, to Cynthia. Oh no, you know, I want to take back what I said. Cynthia's a great champion, blah, blah, blah. And then I was going to play a little bit of Monster Sanctuary to finish the stream. But, oh, I have still the echoey effect going on. Thanks for telling me, Jizaku. But yeah, I was gonna like, you know, play a little bit of Monster Sanctuary to finish off the stream, or, you know, just like chat here with you guys like I'm doing now. But I ended up winning. I'm suffering from success. I'm legitimately suffering from success because I'd planned out this big bit, and now we get to it live. There's no point because I won. There's no point because I won. Oh my goodness. So yeah, that was a lot of fun to put together though. I really enjoy making like the kind of like the shit posting skits and stuff like that. That's one of the things that, you know, as I've gotten more into VTubing, that's one of the things that I want to do more. And I feel like the last few streams, you know, like the last 3-4 streams or whatever, that I've done a pretty good job. Or like, I don't know, maybe I'm patting myself on the back a little bit too. I feel like I've done like a decent job in like, you know, bringing that into my streams, a little bit of humor, a little bit of fun. And, you know, and you don't have to take yourself too seriously and that sort of thing. So, you know, I hope you guys are enjoying it. You should pat yourself on the back. No shame. Thank you so much, Kimmy. Thank you so much. Thank you. Really appreciate it. That means a lot. Thanks. But yeah, I have a lot of fun doing that, right? And I almost enjoy like putting these sorts of things together as much as actually doing the streams, if that makes sense, right? Because I'd put thought into like putting this bit together, and it's funny because like, you know, once I get to the actual stream, it's not necessary anymore. And then so I put together like the impromptu speech that you guys saw, but I was sort of like winging that because I wasn't expecting to win. That was the backup plan. The main plan was that little clip. The idea was that I would talk all sorts of mad shit, and then at the end of it, I would just get attacked by Cynthia's Garchomp, right? Because that's Garchomp's cry. And then the sound effect at the end is actually the sound effect for Outrage, which is a really powerful dragon move, right? So attention to detail, guys, attention to detail. But I think we've hit like the 2-hour mark, just about. And I've got some stuff that I need to set up for tomorrow.
When I say setup, I don't mean like bits or skits or anything like that. I mean like I've got like... You can still post it on YouTube as deleted scenes. I intend to, Rogue. I definitely intend to. Stream tomorrow. Unfortunately, not Sign & Co. I don't have time to stream tomorrow, unfortunately. But I will be streaming on Friday, usual time. And we'll be continuing our Monster Sanctuary playthrough. Now that I've beaten the main campaign of Pokemon, I think it's time, like, we can set it aside. I mean, we can still play Pokemon every once in a while. But in terms of, like, you know, the sort of story payoff, like, we've accomplished that today, right? We are the champion, you know? We kept on fighting until the very end, right? And we're the champion. You know, we're the champions. So there's like no point to really keep playing Pokemon from a story perspective. And so I want to start moving more into Monster Sanctuary, because that was a blast to play. That was a blast to play. And I'll be looking forward to playing that. And then maybe like another game like next week and that sort of thing. And then I also have like the tech stuff. That's also planned probably for late next week, right? So, you know, keep up to date with my Twitter and my YouTube. So I'll be a filthy, dirty little shill. And I'll post my YouTube and post my Twitter and then post my YouTube as well. Simply because when I was about to jump from this. Oh shit! Oh no! Simply because I will like to post my stuff off to YouTube after I finish them here. And with regards to my Twitter, I will always have updates for what I'm doing, especially stream-wise. Do I use the community tab for YouTube? Not yet, Sign & Co. Not yet. I don't have enough people that watch me on YouTube yet, right? And like, I don't have that much time. I don't have that much time, right? I'm really inefficient with my time. I spend it on other websites as opposed to YouTube. As opposed to YouTube and Twitter. Like I'm on other stuff and it's probably not for me, but yeah, you know how it is. You know, male voice yab. Oh no. You can't say that, JP. You didn't hear that. You didn't hear that, okay? Please don't clip that, guys. But yeah, I'll be finishing up stream now. So thank you guys so much. I really appreciate your presence, whether you were here for just a moment or whether you were here for the whole stream. You know, thank you guys for coming along. I really appreciate it. From Toru to you, thank you. Before I go, we're gonna be raiding someone today, and we are gonna be raiding a VTuber named Sora Shu, and he's a relatively new VTuber, but I have been watching him here and there, and he's pretty good. He's really good with chat. He's really good at, you know, chat engagement, and he's also, you know, he's also pretty decent at games. He looks like he's better at games than I am. So, you know, maybe you can, you know, give him a watch, maybe give him a follow, say hi. Don't worry about a raid message or anything silly like that. Don't worry about that, guys. But, you know, maybe go say hi. And he's currently playing Subnautica, so that's a pretty cool game to watch. Raid Shadow Legends? No Shadow Legends. I fight in the light, Sign & Co. Nobody can be... No, definitely not Sign & Co. I can tell you for sure. I'm definitely not the best at video games. That'd be so much more convenient than Twitter. Just re-open to Twitter to follow you. Thank you. Yes, I did notice you followed me, so thank you so much, Sign & Co. But I do mostly post on Twitter. I always like keep my schedule as my pinned post as well, so it's easy to catch that. But yeah, Friday will be my next stream around a similar time. And I intend to play Monster Sanctuary, and I'm hoping to make Monster Sanctuary my main game going forward, right? So I'll play Monster Sanctuary until, you know, I beat it. Is the schedule a lie? There was no stream on Monday. Sign & Co. I updated it. I updated it. I did update my schedule, but I think I updated it late. So that's my fault, actually. I did update it, but I updated it late. So that's on me. But for this week, it's just Wednesday, which is today, and then Friday. So in 2 days, today and in 2 days, Monster Sanctuary, and I'm hoping to play that until I finish it, and then we can look at some other games. Like, I'm gonna juggle Monster Sanctuary with other stuff, so I'm not Like, I don't think I'll ever be the kind of streamer that only plays one game, so definitely expect a variety of games from me going forward, but I do want to make Monster Sanctuary like the next focused one, because I like Mimo monster battling, guys. I like Mimo monster battling. It's cute. It's cute and it's fun, right? It's fun. I enjoy it. I enjoy it. Finish or also post game? I haven't decided yet, Rogue. I'll probably finish, but if the post game is, you know, really interesting, then maybe I'll do the post game too. I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure. We'll see when we get there. See when we get there. But I intend to finish at the very least. No Swedish, yes. No Danish either, Sign and Co. No Danish, I know. But yes, thank you guys for coming so much. I really appreciate it. Please go say hi to Sora. Take care, you guys. Follow my Twitter. Check out my YouTube. I'll be posting some clips there as well in the next couple of days. Take care of yourselves. Please, guys, take care of yourselves. That's the main thing. Look after number one. Look after yourselves. And I hope to see you all around next time.